March 2020, I was in Singapore when COVID-19 hit the world. I had a plane ticket back to the Philippines, but I was determined not to go home because I knew it. If I would go back home, I couldn't live again. Before COVID-19, I usually go home at least 5 times each year. And each time I'm with my family, my battery is being recharged. But when I returned to Hong Kong in April 2020, for 20 months, I didn't see my family. And I could feel that my battery is running low. Fellow Toastmasters and friends, how do you usually recharge your battery? Our family is so connected with each other, especially since I left the Philippines in 2007. So each time I go home, we would ensure that we spend quality time with each other. Before the pandemic, it's easy to travel. If you have the money, you can buy the ticket and then boom, you're in the Philippines. But nowadays, the cost of traveling is so high. And we're not only talking about the money, the quarantining and the anxiety of catching a virus. July 2021, last year, I joined an executive coaching company in Hong Kong. And after a few months, with a performance meeting with my manager, if I had passed the probation or not, I was thinking, shall I ask for a vacation in the Philippines? Will this impact my probationary period? Will I be regular? But I remember, no, my battery is running low, so I should go home. So I said the words, can I please spend the holidays in the Philippines? And thankfully, she said yes. So I immediately booked a plane ticket for 5,000 Hong Kong dollars. Before, less than 500 HKD, I could buy a ticket, but now it's 5,000 HKD. And I realized late that I should book a quarantine hotel in Hong Kong that matched the arrival date in Hong Kong. So to make the long story short, I had to book another one-way ticket from the Philippines to Hong Kong for another 2,000 Hong Kong dollars. So the cost of plane ticket, hotel, and then the anxiety, but I have it, the ticket, the hotel, done. Now in the Philippines, the COVID-19 protocols for travelers. Do you still remember the feeling when you delivered your icebreaker speech in Toastmasters? The anxiety, the nervousness, that feeling, plus the feelings of all the contestants at the moment, you add them, that's what I felt. Because I had another swab test in the Philippines and then 7 days of quarantine before I got released. So all in all, money, quarantine. But I would like to share with you what happened after that. So my mother didn't know that I would go back home. So I'd like to share you that video. She has no idea that I would be home. She had no idea that I would go back home. I was coordinating everything with my siblings. So she was so surprised. Immediately, my battery was recharged. So my plane ticket was booked for January 6th. And today is January 15th. I am still in the Philippines. I have rebooked my flight ticket for 5 times already. And this morning I got a message from the travel agent that it's changing again. I don't know when I can kind of turn to Hong Kong. And after all this, that's just the Philippines. When I leave the Philippines, when I return to Hong Kong, another swab test, 21 days of quarantine, and another series of swab tests. I knew what I was going to face. I know all these challenges, but I was determined, and I am determined to recharge my battery. What I'm trying to tell you all today is I'd like you to identify how you recharge your battery. So it could be spending time with your family, friends, and loved ones. And I'm telling you that there's no COVID or any virus that could stop you from doing that. You can recharge your battery. And what I realized after this trip, though I'm still here, what I'm realizing is when we recharge our battery through connecting with others, lunch, dinner, or travel together, we are not only recharging our batteries, we are also recharging their batteries. So fellow Toastmasters and friends, recharge your battery. Back to you, contest chair.